Hi, this is Scoggett, and today I'm going to show you how to make a pot roast in the slow cooker. I'll show you the way I do it, and this way is the way that I do it, and everybody seems to like it. There are several different ways to make pot roast. You can make it in a Dutch oven. You can make it in a regular pot, or you make it in a slow cooker. I make it in a slow cooker. I found out that it comes out as easy to do. You just basically put the ingredients in, set it for whatever time you want to cook it for. With this one, I'm going to cook on high, right around 4 to maybe 6 hours. I usually like to cook it on low, like start real at the low temperature and just let it cook all day. But today I really don't have the time to do that, so I'm going to cook it on high, and it'll still come out good either way. I'll show you the ingredients, what you need to make this with, and then we'll go from there. I'll show you how I set it up and everything. What I've got is I've got a pot roast. It's a chuck tender roast, and when you get these, like I always say, you want to wash it off first. Run it under water and just let it rinse off, and that's what I've already done. The reason for that is because when the butchers cut it up, there might be bone fragments which gets on the meat, and you don't want to eat that. You don't want to bite into a bone fragment, because I've done that several times and it's not pleasant. Something else what you need is you need vegetables. Got some potatoes here, what I diced up, and it's just a rough dice. That's the way I do them. You don't have to chop them up or anything. Just quarter them up, or however you like. And I usually, whenever I make dishes, I usually wash off the potatoes. But in this case, I don't want to wash them off because I want the starch. The starch in the potatoes is going to thicken my gravy, what's going to be made for the pot roast. So that's why I don't wash them off. Also going to add some baby carrots. Got a celery and onion mixture here. What's going to be added. Going to add a little beef broth, and I'll show you that in a little bit. It's going to go along with this seasoning mix. I like this seasoning mix. I tried it one time. I like the flavor of it, what it gives to the pot roast. It really brings out the flavors of it. And I add a little bit more of my seasonings to it, which I'll show you. And went to Walmart, and I was going to get mushrooms, and I got home and realized I didn't get any fresh mushrooms. But I'm going to compromise, and I had a can of these mushrooms in my pantry, so I'm just going to compromise and use them. They'll work out just as well. Now I'll go ahead and show you how to put this together. Oh, and something else. When you're making like the sauce up, you can add wine if you like. If you want to add a little bit of red wine, that's fine. My wife, I've done it with red wine before, and she don't, for some reason, don't like the flavor of the red wine, so that's why I don't never put none in. And I'll go ahead and show you how to get this put together and everything, and the way I do it. And also in the vegetables, you can add whatever you want. If you don't like carrots, don't put carrots in it. If you like a lot of onions, put a lot of onions in it. It's all up to you. You can put whatever vegetables you like. It's all going to come out good. And I'll go ahead and show you how to put this together here. We have my slow cooker here. And what I've done is I've lined it with one of them liners. This saves a lot of headache and trouble when you go to clean it up. You got all the juices, all the stuff that will get on the inside of this pot. You've got them all right here. so all what you do is lift up the bag and just throw it away. I've been using these for years, and I like them, and they work out. They work out fine, and they're just real good idea to put one of those in. First, what I do is I go ahead and add the onion and celery mixture. Then after that, what I do is I go ahead and add my roast. And I like to add just a little bit of more salt to it. So I put a little bit of salt on top. And also I like to add a little black pepper. I always get the coarse black pepper. This is kind of what I like, and it works out real well. This adds just a little bit more flavor to it. You don't have to add a lot, just sprinkle it with a little bit. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix up my package of pot roast slow cooker here, and I'll show you how I do that. The recipe on the slow cooker package calls for 1 cup of water, but I don't put a cup of water in. What I do is I put a cup of beef broth in instead of the water, because it brings out, I think, a little bit more flavor. You just add this to the beef broth, this flavor packet. And it's just in a powder form. Then you get out a fork and just mix it all together here. You just mix it until it's thoroughly mixed. Okay, got that mixed up. Now what I'm going to do is add some carrots to the pot roast. Just spread some out. Just like so. And we got the potatoes. Going to go ahead and add those. And when you're making this pot roast, it might look like it's overcrowding the roast itself, but trust me, when it gets to cooking, these are going to shrink down. They're going to shrink down considerably. All the vegetables are going to shrink down. The onions will, and even the potatoes will a little bit. Now what we do is just take the mix what I mixed up here and just pour it on right on top of the roast. what I do is then I add the mushrooms to it on top. Kind of spread them around here. And these mushrooms will have a tendency also to shrink up, so that's no big deal either, because like I say, all this stuff what's in here is going to shrink down, and it's going to have quite a bit of juices to it. And you put the top on, flip it to high, and basically forget about it. Although vegetables, like I say, they're going to shrink down. So once they shrink down, I couldn't add all the carrots to it because there really wasn't enough room. But when it gets to shrink down, in about a couple hours, 2.5 hours, I'll add the rest of these. And you can go ahead and add more vegetables to it if you want more vegetables in there, because once it shrinks down, it'll cook them. It'll be hot enough where it start cooking them, and that's why you only add like 1 cup of the broth, because when the vegetables start cooking, they'll leave off the juice, and you're going to end up with quite a bit of gravy on it. Guarantee you that. I'm going to make this video in 2 parts. This is the first part, which shows you just how to basically get it going and everything. Then I'll have the second part, and I'll show you the finished product and how it come out and everything in about 6 hours. That way you can see see the finished product, and then you can get an idea of what I mean about the gravy and everything. And I'll show you. I'll plate it up and show you how it looks. And it's going to come out good. Trust me. I've done this several times. I appreciate you watching the video. I hope it was informative for you. Hope you learned a little bit about cooking a pot roast if you never made it before. It's basically simple. Something else you can do is, if you work, you can go ahead and put this together in the morning before you leave for work. Put it down on low, go to work, come back in about 8-10 hours. Hey, you have supper already made for you. My plan today was to go ahead and barbecue outside and make some chicken fajitas, but Tornado Alley, Texas weather, wind gusting up to 40 and 50 miles an hour, so had to make an alternative, and I haven't had pot roast in a while, and it's kind of cool out there. It's like in the 40s, maybe 45 degrees, so this would be perfect for supper. I'll make them chicken fajitas next time, and I'll make a video about that. Appreciate you watching the video, and leave a comment whether you like the video, whether you like, check out my channel. If you like the video, leave a comment. If you don't like the video, leave a comment. If you don't like me, leave a comment. It's all good. And I appreciate you watching, and y'all take care.